paired by Aunt Jessie, for the watchmaker and the war comrade he'd missed his whole life. Mikhail would place 2 bunches of flowers here year after year. And after he left, it became 3. Your wishes will always be remembered by someone. Now, Penacony, as you hoped, has welcomed the dawn after a long, dark night. The path forward may not be a bed of roses. Tiernan, you can go home now. While the Nameless are also preparing for the next stop of their voyage.
But before leaving, we still...
It is my honor. I've said many goodbyes. Yet I am glad that this is the first time I speak these words with you. Before leaving, I'm sure you all have plenty to say to the Nameless. A fitting end to the tale of the departed. One could not ask for a better farewell. Go on. They're all here.
That statue.
Looks like this is the last riddle. In the end, we still failed to...
What should I say? Either way, at least our journey to Gallagher, we ran to the festivals, and if we ever meet again... Honestly, the Nameless, but it seems...
History may not remember the names of the dead. The first glimmer of light in the prolonged, but because of this, people will remember. Brooklyn Tiernan, a toast to history that no...
Is the Astro Express...
Apologies.
Oh, that's all right. You've all done so much for the Watchmaker, and we are forever indebted. Allow me.
What will the people of Dreamflux...
Many will continue to live here. Penacony's not...
Mika and residents of Dreamflux Reef, to your tenacity through...
In the end, this trailblazing expedition, just like a clock's hands that turn round, there shouldn't be much left to say. And then... Mikhail Charleg to Penacony's past.
With that, our duty is...
The Trailblaze can illuminate the way.
I still feel that Mr. Mikhail must have really wanted...
What's on your mind, March?
Just a strange feeling. I had it a few stops ago.
Why not talk about it? Maybe everyone's thinking the same thing.
I can't help but think that whether it's Mr. Mikhail... They were also young once. Stumbling and bumbling around just like us. But those things are all in the past. It's rare that I'm this serious. Can't you just humor me for once? Sheesh. It'll be easier to understand if I use an analogy. Like when you're reading a book. If one of its characters keeps running into obstacles and experiences an ending full of regrets. To me, it's because we've seen every nook and cranny of their lives. We see these people as... so... even if there are parts of it that aren't really real... But when Mr. Mikhail sat in this chair, waiting for the Astral Express to arrive every day. What was he thinking? And if, at the end of his life, then...
I think each and every one of us in the universe is valid. It is in this minuscule distance that paths cross and countless worlds connect. The universe may not remember every person who leaves a tie along, as long as we remember their stories will. And what Mr. McHale has left for us is his answer to this very question. It may not be perfect, and its meaning will be interpreted by those who come.
It's not...
This is what trailblazing is.
Sure. I'm really sorry for bringing down the vibe. Quick, Don Hung, tell us a dad joke to lighten the mood.
It's... But before that, we still have a long way.
So the most important thing right now is to tell the conductor what we saw in Penacony. Then prepare ourselves for our next trailblaze.
I should get back to the Express. Or maybe I could say my final goodbye to Acheron.
Do you still remember when we first arrived in Penacony? Come to think of it, simply put, I'm a self-annihilator who was cursed by the Nihility. My hometown was destroyed a long time ago, and the whole world was in order to fight against the cruel end of self-destruction. I went on a journey, in search of a way to sever the chains of the Nihility. After a long and grueling search, I am convinced that my destination lies within the depths of the dark web, where reality and the Nihility. In there lurks a secret called Device 9. One day, the ocean of stars is vast, and given our destinations, but the trailblazing expedition ahead is always full of unknowns, and my blade is sharp enough to... In that case, I must apologize for... Because of the Self-Annihilator's curse, my memories are stripped away, blurring my past. And after our journey together, what I originally thought were familiar feelings were merely illusions. That's right. What matters more is not who I am, but what we have done together. Because of the Self-Annihilators. What do you mean? It's improbable that you've crossed paths with my past self. What I mean is, there is nothing left to retrace. That is true. Our memories make us who we are. Because of the Self-Annihilation. What do you mean? I see. You've also had a similar experience? Then you should know that this means... Yes, I understand. Because of the Self-Annihilation. What do you mean? I see. Long ago, I too was like you, with irreplaceable companions. We also embarked on journeys, making the best choices we could, whenever we could. Unfortunately, we didn't achieve the outcome we wanted. But moments like this... In this universe, there exist countless worlds that are similar yet different, and countless people who are alike yet distinct. I too have wandered alone, encountering acquaintances on strange worlds, seeing. In your opinion, what does this déjà vu mean? Attachment, desire, longing. They may all be right. I believe it's not something external, but something that originates within us. An emotion that traverses. Perhaps it's a source of warmth and happiness. Or maybe it brings pain and sorrow. Each time we reminisce on our past, we always seem to notice a tiny but unforgettable that is a summary of our lives, encapsulating everything about us in these moments. Within them, we glimpse our own essence. And thus, just like everyone in this story, hurtling onwards along the path of destiny with passion and courage for the things that breathe meaning into their lives. Set forth on your voyage without hesitation, Nameless. On the path of the trail, even if the ending has been predetermined, that's fine. But before that, on the road towards the end, and because of this, the end will thus reveal a abyss. All those things, beautiful before, are still so now. It will still bloom at the end of the nihility. Until we meet again beneath the sun's rays.
There.
Wow. Your method of consolation is truly unsophisticated.
Still better than just standing there like a... How could you say that? Don't be so mean. And we told Pom Pom all about our adventure, and they suddenly started crying.
The Pom Pom is just angry. Yeah, angry. No matter where the express stops, you lot always manage to cause chaos. My well-thought-out timetable completely ignored. If you can, that's right. Pom Pom is just.
It's okay. Everyone, could you all take a break in the next car?
But...
Let's go.
I never expect...
Those three Nameless must have meant a lot to Pom Pom.
No one knows exactly when Pom Pom boarded the Express, but one can surmise that their journey has been filled with many hellos. The fact that they're crying so hard is probably a good sign. It proves that Pom Pom's emotions haven't become dulled by the grind of time. Leave it to Himiko. When it comes... Well, they were a little emotional at the time. Since you joined us, the Express has stayed longer than anticipated at every stop along the way. And to ensure that everyone always makes it back on board, Pom Pom...
I see. No wonder I can regularly hear...
Turns out Pom Pom's been...
Different from typical vehicles, the Astral Express converts every Trailblaze into the energy it needs to run. Ideally, as long as trailblazing expeditions continue without interruption, but because of our previous encounters, fuel is being used up much faster than expected. We can probably only pull off 2 more warp jumps at most.
Only 2 more? Isn't that super risky? When you put it like that, it doesn't actually sound too bad. But I don't even want to become an adorable ice cube floating around in space again.
Which also means...
Yes, I've already checked the astral charts. The 2 nearest worlds to us are the oceanic planet of Lushaka and the agate world, Melostanen. As for which one we're headed to...
Or perhaps you might consider... Everyone, we meet again.
It's you! Why were you just in my room?
It's a very cute room, Miss March. Just like you.
Memo Keeper, let's put aside how you managed to sneak past.
I just wanted to chat with everyone to see if we could work together. But now, it appears my suggestion.
Please speak candidly.
The Permanence is descendant. But I digress. If the Astral Express is in, have you all considered this? Perhaps your destination, should you be able to lay down a new stretch of
Trailblazing to a world.
Continue, Memo Keeper. This
a world that many across the universe don't even know exists. A world hidden away from outside up. A world fettered by 3 paths. Its destiny hanging in the balance. The eternal land. Amphorius.
I hope I'm not too late.
I wasn't expecting it to be you.
Don't you know how many sentry posts the family has built? And how hard it is to get you out of here? What do you mean?
Negotiation, interrogation, the dance is done. Why bother with the compassionate pretense and get—
Despite your fall from grace, you
Do not insult my pride with half-veiled sarcasm.
Oh, of course not. I merely came to fulfill your younger sister's wishes.
Robin?
To build a true haven where everyone can attain. If I told you, there was still a chance. I reckon. Go now. You are free, O Chosen One, who dare to exceed his bounds. Sever your wings, As I mentioned earlier, it's a trade, and you don't have to give me an answer right now. Rewards are not reaped in a day, and if there's one thing I'm best at, it's waiting. A word of advice for you before we part ways. A word of war. Life is too short to miss out on golden opportunities.